Hey guys, welcome to my first actual video. It's Jen, and as you can see, the first video is a Sims 4 speed build, and I wanted to do a speed build for my first video because building in The Sims 4 is one of the more enjoyable things to do in the game, and I haven't built in a long time because I've been busy, but I did better than I thought I would. I'm actually pretty proud of this build because I haven't built a lot before that I'm actually really happy with and that I didn't use a reference photo for, and it looks better than my previous builds, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And this build took me about 5 to 6 hours to do because I went back and forth on a lot of the things like the furniture, the wallpaper, the flooring, but I got to the end and I'm proud with the end result, so I think that's good. And honestly, it was really hard to make since I made it base game compatible because though I only have cats and dogs in season, those packs are really good in my opinion, and it was just sad having the stuff there that I couldn't use, and a lot of the base game stuff is lacking and kind of boring, so it's just sad to just use the same furniture over and over again. And I don't know if you could see there, but I had to skip past the floor plan because it was taking me a long time. I think I briefly show it, but I didn't want to show me messing up over and over again because that's kind of embarrassing. But this is basically what the house looks like in the end. I'm pretty sure I usually go for the same tones of houses, so it's just a basic blue Suburban, and I like how it looks on the outside. I think I might even like how the outside looks more than the inside, but looking at the sunroom on the side, I'm really happy with it. I like the window above the sliding door. It like lines up perfectly. I thought it was really cute, and I think it looks really nice in my opinion. It looks better than anything I've done, like I've said, so yeah. This is the floor plan in the bottom. It's kind of a little bit weird. This entrance room is like a study room and like an activity room at the same time. It's like really large, but I didn't know what else to do with it. And I put that railing over the staircase and I had to fix the roofing, but I thought it was really cute. And if you can see, the floor plan on the top it might be even weirder than the bottom with that diagonal wall, but it still works. And if you can see me moving things back and forth, it's just me being indecisive. I changed the floor again, and I'm putting in glass windows here. And this house is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. It's on the more traditional side, I guess, with the furniture and the decoration. Though I wasn't necessarily planning on that since the sunroom on the side seems a little bit more modern, but I guess you could say that's like a renovation of some sorts. And yeah, especially the kitchen that I'm doing right now, I think that's more on the traditional side, especially because of the counters. I think those are pretty traditional, but it's not like there's that many counters anyways. There's like 4, 5, okay, I might be exaggerating, but like those first counters look like plastic. The industrial counters have no swatches. The other counters are like really expensive, and then the other modern ones do not look cute. So this is mostly what I got. And yeah, I mean, it just sounds like I'm complaining, but I really wish The Sims 4 would add more base game compatible counters and cabinets that could work well with anything and had like basic white and black swatches and nice wood tones. Like the custom content counters I have are really nice, but obviously I didn't use them because it's a base game compatible home and I didn't want to mess up or complicate anything like that. So here I didn't decorate it too much. I mostly decorated like the corners, added some appliances, added some plants. I didn't want to over decorate it because I want there to be enough counter space for your Sims, and I don't really like it when you over decorate it and there's only like one counter space for your Sims and that one ends up getting dirty so often. So that's why I don't have that much in most of my builds. And since the furniture is more traditional, I tried to choose more oldish, traditional-ish looking decoration, if that makes sense. And yeah, I put a lot of bookshelves and china cabinets in this house. I like I like how it works together, I guess. But here is the fireplace, and honestly the fireplace choices for The Sims 4 kind of suck. I really like the cats and dogs fireplace, but I couldn't use that, so I chose this one. And honestly, this one has like one good swatch, I think. I wish they had more swatches, and I wish there was more fireplaces. I just want a lot more base game compatible stuff, because I think it's really sad that people have to buy and use a lot of money just to get better things. And I think they added more stuff over the weekend, but I haven't been able to look at that yet. So I'm excited to look at that, because I know custom content creators made some of this stuff, like Peacemaker. I really enjoy Peacemaker stuff. I have downloaded so much of his stuff, so I need to go look at that soon. And here I am putting shelves on the wall. Usually I would put paintings, but I figured that's not as realistic. A lot of people need shelves and storage, so I tried to do that more this time. And yeah, I think the decoration I chose, it matches the vibe of this house, if that makes sense. And more plates, more decoration, more paintings. I put a lot of plants in this house. I think plants really help the room. And here are the curtains. I will complain about curtains all the time. I need more base game curtains. I especially need 2 tile and 3 tile curtains that look nice and that have a white swatch. Please, I'm begging. I just need regular curtains that are base game compatible, normal, and look nice, or white. And here I put a big piano and a bar. I don't really know what kind of person has a grand piano in their home, but maybe someone plays the piano. I don't know. And it's nice for a party, because parties are honestly one of the only things that can make your Sims game interesting. And the dining room, I think, is quite blue, especially since the wallpaper is blue. I always put that screen door there in the dining room for some reason. I don't know why I do that. I do that a lot though. I think it looks nice. I think it adds something to the dining room. And I just put more plants around, put some paintings up, did the bathroom over here. I don't know if this placement of the bathroom was kind of weird, but it works. I might change that tile later actually, because it doesn't match the floor. And here's the sunroom. It's probably my favorite room of the house. Well, most definitely, because I think it's really cute. I used warm tones because that's what I associate a sunroom with. And I put a lot of plants in here because I'd assume that you'd want to put a lot of plants in a sunroom because of the lighting. And honestly, you could renovate this and put planter pots in here to actually plant stuff, especially if you have seasons. I think if you have plants inside during winter, they'll still grow. I haven't really played with seasons that much, so I'm not too sure. I should play more actually. And here, I think you could have saw that I use a cats and dogs rug on accident, so I had to change it really quick to make it base game compatible. And I put a painting on the wall, and I'm upstairs. So here I put the wallpaper in every room, and I copied the similar stuff from the bathroom downstairs to the bathroom upstairs, except I matched the tile this time. I do not know what's going through my head, but I decorate. This is the master bedroom, and I don't clutter it too much. I actually really love that bed. I think it's one of the cutest beds I like all the swatches on it, even though there's only 3, I think. But yeah, I'm back downstairs to put some lighting in because I kind of forgot about it. I put some in the bathroom, put in the dining room, which is ironic because me coming down here after forgetting to put that in made me forget about decorating the bedside tables upstairs. But I guess it's not too bad. I don't really put much on my bedside table. I just put my phone. So yeah, is it too bad? I don't know. But I had to do the shelf trick to put some stuff on the dresser because a lot of the tiles in this game do not hold decorations on. And I put an ottoman at the end of the bed, some curtains. Like I said, I hate the curtains. There's not many choices, so I just use the same ones over and over again. Put a shoe and a clothing rack. Corkboard. You could put the postcards on the corkboard, which I love doing. And this is the bathroom. I kind of skipped past it because bathrooms are kind of basic, and then I already showed you the one downstairs, and it's just the same furniture basically. This is the toddler bedroom, and this is where these curtains are actually really, really cute, but the swatches on them are super, super colorful, and I would not use them anywhere else. I think I actually have custom content curtains that look like that have normal swatches that I really love using. And honestly, I'm not sure how you could fit children in this house after those toddlers age up, because this room is pretty small. And I put the cloud light in there. I love using that. This is the 2 children or teens room. I really like this room. I would be super happy if I had something like this with my sister growing up. It's actually quite large. It's larger than the master bedroom because I wanted the master bedroom to have the balcony. So they have this room, and it has like everything a kid could ever want, I think. 2 desks, 2 beds, a dresser, toy box, just everything. And I cluttered this more than the other rooms. I honestly surprisingly, I really love decorating kids' rooms, probably because I could never decorate my room growing up, and it's just really nice to give kids personalities through the furniture. So I always like put so many posters on the wall and stuffed animals and things like that. I love the giant bear so much. I love how it blinks. And I try to put different types of clutter and decorations in this room, so you could honestly have any personality in this room, since there's like sports stuff, books everywhere, toys, cute posters, stuff like that. And I just really like it. Here I'm struggling with the tiling thing again, so I have to raise it up, put it on a bigger shelf, remove objects, and I put more clutter down to make it lived in, I guess. And this is the hallway. I do not like this hallway. Do not talk to me about this hallway. It's boring. I only have like a guitar and a punching bag. I didn't know what else to put, but I got distracted with the debug. I came back down here to put like these debug plants on the walls, which I really like, and a hanging plant, which is super, super cute. I wish there was more of that I could have. I think they added some in that knitting stuff pack, but I don't have that. So I moved the lot because it was way too big, and I wasn't going to decorate a really big backyard for no reason. So I moved it to a lot nearby. I think this is in Newcrest, and I made the landscaping look like the surrounding areas, so that's why I go in and out a lot. And I think I really like the landscaping. It's one of the more cuter ones I've done. And after watching so many speed builds, I think I think I am a pro at landscaping. Kidding. And I put a bunch of benches around. I really hate how you can't connect fences all the way to the end of the plot. If that makes sense, you can see right there, like the tiling goes all the way, but then the fences don't, which is very annoying, but I guess you can't do anything about it. And I was gonna put hedges in the front, but I decided to go with the old rocks in that circly formation trick. I put hedges on the side though, next to the sunroom. I thought it was really cute. And I think I put more hedges in the backyard as well. Add some terrain paint, and this is where it starts to come together and look like a real house. I also love using that wheelbarrow from Debug. I think I use it so much in my own builds. But I also add some planters in the garden. I hope that a gardener lives here because they have all of this stuff here for it. And this is one of my favorite parts of the backyard. I love using these stones from the debug menu, and I used them on both sides of the backyard. Added more greenery and some more terrain paint, and I put some under the stones too to make it look more dirt-y. And yeah, that's basically what I did for the backyard. I added a back barbecue, a table and chairs, lounge chairs. Added a mailbox, trash can in the back, which does not make sense to me, but I just did it anyways. Some benches on the patio and a bench on the balcony. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you liked the build. All my information is down below. And yeah, tune in for my next video, I guess. See you.